Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 here today on the channel. We're going to be starting episode 3 of my Hearts of Iron 4 United States Democracy campaign on the Man the Guns DLC and Road to 56 mod. Here today we're going to be starting our German offensive. And yeah, we're going to be attacking the Germans in their homeland here today on the Western Front. So if you like the sound of that and would like to ensure more United States episodes on the channel, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the series thus far. I'll also put in the description below the mods and the DLC I'm running for this Let's Play. So welcome back guys, it's the 29th of November 1940. We currently have the entirety of Great Britain and Ireland under our control. We managed to take that in a bloody war in the last episode. I've made the decision to navally invade the Netherlands. This is where we're going to strike from. We've managed to take The Hague and the border territories here in the Netherlands. We're going to be pushing for Eindhoven and Utrecht very shortly, and we're going to be hopefully pushing all the way to Berlin before Christmas. I think it'll be easier said than done. So, also, in the episode before that, we were dealing with Great Britain, and there's been a really strong German and Great Britain offensive here in Canada, which we really do need to keep an eye on. So, we currently still have the man, the myth, the legend, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and we're currently researching the Manhattan Project. We're currently in 1940, so we're still pretty early in our war. Decisions-wise, with this war with Germany now, we have lost House support, but we do have the Senate on side. I need to go back to lobbying efforts where I can. Research-wise, we're doing centralized fire control, atomic research, of course, improving our artillery, improving our bombing efficiency, computers, and getting our first look at a American modernized tank. Trade-wise, we're not doing too bad. We're currently negative in steel. Production-wise, we currently have 142 military factories, and recruitment-wise, I would like to pretty much drop these guys as soon as I can, because I'm going to need to deploy them on the Canadian front. Logistics-wise, we're absolutely fantastic, bar our light infantry. Okay, so let's sort of recap the world stage and see how the world war is going on. Now, a massive interesting thing to note here is that Mexico has gone communist. Mexico is now officially the Socialist Republic, so we've got to keep an eye out on them. So, it's currently 100% war tension. The only thing that's really changed is our naval invasion into Germany, into the Netherlands, and the French have been declared war on from Nazi Germany. So the Germans have 246 men killed. Great Britain has 451. British Malay 107. We still need to look at that, of course, Asian front. Venezuela's lost 176k. They're still battling it out here in South America. Okay, looks like the Australians are coming in here. Oh no, they're the Kiwis. The Kiwis are coming in to help over here. I've made the decision to give back control of the Philippines units to the Philippines themselves. I've been trying to wait until the Australians to sort of push for Singapore, the Gibraltar of the East. Winston Churchill coined it. It was one of the biggest disgraces losing Singapore and one of the calamities of World War II, especially in the South Pacific here. And it does look like the Australians can't seem to navally invade in here properly, and I can't be bothered. I'm sort of focusing on the main and important task of Germany in the east. It does look like the Dutch have even lost some territory here in Indonesia, so it's going to be interesting to see what sort of happens there. Okay, pushing over to the front here now. These are the wars that are currently going on. So, the French Commune have only just been declared war on, and they've only lost about a K. Okay, so we've lost 556, so we have lost the most amount of lives in this war, and adequately we're going to be able to claim a lot more. The South Africans have lost a fair bit, 292 as well. The Canadians 200, New Zealand 21k. The Aussies have lost 150. That's a hell of a lot. The Philippines 88, and other wars going on. German Luxembourg. Okay, that's my war. Right. Okay. Phalanges, Poland and stuff. Okay. where else is this? Yes, I wanted to check this one as well. So we've got the Italian-Soviet War as well. The Soviet Union is at war with Italy, Bulgaria, Greece, Mongol, and Yugoslavia have made a thing with the Comintern. Because at the moment, factions-wise, it's quite a little bit wacky. With the breakup of Great Britain under King Edward, non-aligned, he obviously disbanded the Allies and the Commonwealth of Nations, which I'm a part of, which has got Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. So this is essentially what the Allies would be. We've got the French Entente Alliance, which is France and their African allies. They're mostly communist now. I might even sign a non-aggression pact. No, I'm not. I'm not going to sign a non-aggression pact with France because we could attack them in the end if that's something you guys would like to see. The Axis haven't been fully united either. Novus Imperium Romanum is currently the Italian-Bulgarian faction. And they are doing quite well here. Obviously, in the Balkans, they have Greece on a precipice, and they're pushing for Athens headstrong. The Soviet Union and their Yugoslavian and Greek allies can't seem to hold them here. There's a little bit of fighting going on in Africa, the Middle East, in Syria. The Chinese United Front is fighting with the Great East Asian Cooperation Sphere, and the French still do have a small amount of control. The only Axis support in the South Pacific is this small territory here in British Malaya. With resources-wise, it's still very important. So, I've moved currently 83 divisions here over to the border in the Netherlands. We're going to start our November offensive. We currently have 5 million manpower in the bank, even losing 550. We have 352 factories. My stability is fine for now, along with my war support. We currently have my Air Force over the top. We've only got 670 Air Force fighters, bombers in the mix, and they're going to be operating over Amsterdam. Okay, looking at my navy as well, I think I might put them in harm's way. What I might do is to get my naval experience up. I think we should just go search and destroy and try and sink every single German ship we can, and really just go full guns blazing. Man the guns and take control of the seas. I think that's what we should do, because we've got my navy here, which helped with my amphibious attacks. But if I can quickly chuck it on now to search and destroy, I think I might do that. So let's go search and destroy. Hang on, where is it? Ugh. That's what I want to do. Search and destroy the English Channel, the Eastern North Sea, and along with the Danish belt here as well. Really put some pressure on them here. And I'm not really too fussed even if this navy does get destroyed, as we still got 73 here as well as a backup, which I will not deploy. But if this is going to be the offensive. This is make or break. If we can capitulate the Germans here today, I believe theoretically, yes, we can win the war. All we need to do is get rid of Germany. They've still got their allies in Hungary and Poland. But Venezuela, I don't think is going to get enough military factories to really help out. So, let's go on our official offensive. Also, actually, there were a couple that caught my eye over in the Philippines that I hadn't actually given back to them. So, what I'll do here is essentially just disband you, and I'll disband you because I don't need to physically control the Philippines anymore. I feel like the AI is competent enough to focus on it on its own volition. Okay then, well, let's go after the Germans and hopefully take Eindhoven. Let's push for it here now. Further in the south in the Maginot Line, the French are starting to push. They have somewhat weakened their position with the taking of the Swiss Alps in Bern and Zurich. The Germans, have really sort of weakened the Maginot Line. So we've managed to take Eindhoven pretty early on in the war, but we're struggling to take Amsterdam and Utrecht in the north. We're really pushing further down south into Cologne, and we might even take our first piece of core territory in Germany. We might be able to take Essen. And we're going to be able to do so. I want to try and keep an eye on my troops here, and I definitely want to try and drop them as quickly as possible. How far away are they away? No matter, we've got those troops here quick fast. Let's get 10 divisions here, fresh, raw recruits, green boys under Courtney Hodges. What we're going to get him to do is push up to this border here and sort of get rid of this German contingent. It does look like the Canadians are doing quite well, but let's go up here and take this Great Britain territory. And hopefully that will be the last of them. So quickly get up there, boys. and we'll continue where we can. So the Germans are being massively pushed back here. This is it. Dortmund will fall. Oh man, we're really pushing headstrong now. We've managed to take Amsterdam and liberate Utrecht. So it's interesting to see that in this alternative timeline, our Normandy, our D-Day came in the fact of liberating the Netherlands, not sort of pushing into France. Okay, so we are doing quite well here. We're stretching them thin where we can. Now with the liberation of the Dutch, we're able to equip some of their loyalists, which is cool. They've got a different uniform than us. The French are mopping up a lot of units down in the south here. Hungarians. The Germans have a lot of troops, but they've just been spread way too thin with the invasion of North America, and of course the war with the French now. They've been going along that part of the tech tree for quite some time, trying to war deck them. It was only natural after they hit Poland, and they went, it was sort of weird, because they went, yeah, because before that, right, yeah, so they took Czechoslovakia, didn't they? And then they took Austria, Poland, and then, like, Switzerland. We've nearly liberated the Netherlands, and oh no, Greece has capitulated. So, are the Italians fascists? They are, but they've got a massive sort of democratic root there. So it does look like Novus Imperium Romanum will be securing the south for now. The French are really helping us out here now. Hopefully we can have some sort of pact. I did give them military access before, but there's nothing else we really can do. They're having volunteers sent from Mexico. Okay, let's have a look at the Germans. They are currently sitting at 441, and they are still very much away from capitulating. We must take, of course, Berlin. Okay, let's move my fly boys further north where we can and get them to operate. How well are my ships actually doing here on search and destroy? Yeah, I don't think they've actually done anything yet. I don't think they've engaged anyone. Okay, so we've managed to liberate Canada in the north, which is fantastic. But there still seems to be this German offensive in the north. Man, they really shouldn't have navally invaded so far from home, especially in the likes of Canada. Vice versa, when I was taking Scottish territory, I was able to take crucial airports, and we had proper logistics and stability. But for the Germans and the Brits here, this last offensive in Canada will be probably no more for them. Okay, let's continue our war on the Western Front. We are still slowly but surely pushing where we can, and they are holding us in certain sections. Like I said, we've managed to liberate most of the Netherlands, and it looks like now we're actually going to be able to surround the French offensive. They've managed to push into Frankfurt here, into Stuttgart, but it's been crazy this series. Great Britain really has changed the world. Oh, here we go. Heroes on the production front. Yes, I wanted to get and bring in sort of production heroes as we're still currently at war. Oh, we've had some naval results. We actually lost some American cruisers. That's not good. Okay, we're still pushing through the heartland of Germany now. Kassel, Weimar, Magdeburg, Hamburg. We're going to be able to take soon. And we're actually surrounding some German forces here in Bitterberg. And we're going to be able to capitulate them. Oh, they've been surrounded and cut to pieces. Okay, so we're still doing well quite here. How are we going up in the north? Oh, wow, there's a real sort of choke point here. Come on, Canadians and Americans. The Cucks and the Canucks going at it. Oh my god. Right, let's do it. Okay, so we're still pushing. Oh, Ace Pilot, Who Dares wins. Okay, oh wow. Mexican entry into the Commonwealth of Nations. Oh wow. Dion Ison Inchen, I don't know how to say that, has submitted a request to join the Commonwealth of Nations. Whether he seeks mutual cooperation or foreign expansion is unknown, but Mexico's oil is lucrative. It's a lucrative asset to have on our side. We will sponsor Mexico's entry into the Commonwealth of Nations. We have other plans for Mexico. This is interesting because They are communist. And we don't like commie bastards here in the States. Yeah, that's what I'm just trying to think. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone who's currently in the Commonwealth of Nations is democratic. Yeah, they're democratic. What about South Africa? Yeah, South Africa. Oh, fuck. South Africa is a little bit fascist. Yeah, no, we're all democratic. So, and I wouldn't mind actually taking Mexico at some point. So we will sponsor. Joins the States. So, American-Mexican Technical Mission. Socialist Republic joins. We have other plans for Mexico. The thing is, right, they could war deck us in the end as well. I can kick them out in the future as well. And we maybe could flip them over to communist, democratic, eventually. Just for now that we're dealing with this war. Oh, this is a tough decision, actually, because I'm kind of split. Okay, I've made the decision. This is what's on the table. So, okay, so I can allow them in, which I think I'm going to do, because I can't afford for them to get an event, get a war deck and attack me from the rear and sort of take California and Texas off me. Especially that we're so close to winning the war against the Germans. So we can bring them in, but I would have to convert them to democratic. I can't allow a communist regime to be in the Commonwealth of Nations. It's just not possible. So, that's what I'm going to do. Rather than deny them, risk a war deck and lose my southern states, especially with all our boys fighting away. Also, I am using a faction manager mod, so we could always kick them out later on. So we will sponsor Mexico's entry into the Commonwealth of Nations. We will accept Mexico's request. So, are they automatically in here now? No, not just yet. And they are now. Mexico has joined the Commonwealth of Nations. So, I'm going to go into the war now, and I'm going to call the Mexicans in. So they should be able to, actually, they might be useful in down here in South America dealing with the Venezuelans. Okay, so oh, here we go. So we've got a couple of options here. The Mexican Socialist Republic joins that. The war has escalated. Canada welcomes us to the Commonwealth of Nations. Together we shall defend democracy. Even though they're communists, but whatever, we'll keep that shut. We'll keep that quiet for now. They're a republic. They're on our side. Right, so we're doing most of the work in Germany, even with the French on side in our loose democratic communist alliance. They're still not really pushing too well here. We're trying to push for Germany where we can, and they seem to be halting our offensive as well. We might need to reallocate my air force further in to occupied land. So let's move you further in here and get you to go and operate over onto Eastern Germany. Alright, come on lads. Even though we're losing in some aspects, we're doing quite well. Oh, presidential criticize. Yeah, disgraceful. Great, because we still need to integrate. Yeah, we still need to lobby for more support where we can. Okay, looks like we're doing well in the north. Lubeck is nearly on our side, and we've got motorized tanks now as well. We can get them into production. Oh, I was mistaken. It was the Chaffee light units. Medium tanks, the M3 Lee is not on its way just yet. Well, at least we can get upgraded light tanks at a better quality. There's been a bit of a retake of territory just south of Stuttgart, or north of Stuttgart. And the Germans are really holding up here. Well, they're fighting for their lives. Seems to be a little of a breakthrough there in the center. We're just running out of air support. Oh no, we've got air support over the top. Maybe bringing it here with the front line sort of operating. Man, we are just hammering through our air force. Italy declares war upon Great Britain. Whoa, what? Okay, so how does that change things? Are they at war with Germany? No way. Yeah. Oh, no, they're gone now. Is Italy at war with Germany? That's what I need to know. Ask for military access. Because if the Italians attack them in the north, they know what's up. Because there's no way the Germans are going to win that then. Right, so they are at war with Great Britain, but they haven't been drawn in. Does Africa even... Sorry, does Italy even border their territory? Maybe in Africa. They might. Bulgaria wants a non-aggression pact. Nah, I'm not signing that, thanks. Yeah, so Italy isn't at war with them. What the fuck? Great Finland. You cheeky Finnish bastards. Greater Finland's turned fascist. And the Nordic countries are not a little bit communist, because the Soviets did go down that path at some point. Yeah, it's interesting. Alright, so we're doing quite well in the north. Things still seem to be halting here in the centre, but the French are pushing down into Munich as well. Okay, we're still continuing to lobby where we can as well. We still have Senate support, but the House support is very much still up in the air. My atomic research is being complete as well, and we're slowly... I'm tempted to nearly go for this and to try and get those reactors up and running as we can. Oh, it seems to be going back on our side now. Yeah, it's looking a lot more back and forth. Before it was really very much one-sided. The Germans were really making a strong defensive front. Oh, the fall of Cairo. I reckon that's fallen to... Yeah, it's fallen to Italian forces. Alright, we're still doing quite well here. What's happening over here now, actually? Okay. I might need to reorganize this front line. So there still seems to be a small pocket of British resistance. Let's also drop these guys down as well. And I guess swing them straight up there, get those fresh recruits going. Putting up a bit of a good defense here. It's very much back and forth. Ooh. We'll be able to manage. We just need to sort of wrap things up. Communist China's capitulated. No way. Japan has done super well here. They're actually pushing into the last of non-aligned China. By bloody hell. Oh, some of my occupied territories are getting a little bit out of hand. Oh no, we're actually not occupying this. The bloody... Yeah, the bloody Dutch are, aren't they? Oh, looks like our new recruits have managed to take Halifax up in Canada. We've taken the port now, and we're actually pushing the last of the sort of German and British troops here in North America to the cliffs. Dance them to the cliffs, to the hot gates. Yeah, we got them here now. They've completely run out of supply. And that should be the last sort of incursions we have in North America. Yeah, so overall, these boys got a little bit of experience. 24. Let's send you back to Washington, D.C. And I wonder if... Ah, no way. Oh, I currently guarantee Guatemala's independence. I hope they don't sort of go for them. I might actually start boosting democracy here in Mexico. I should have done that probably a while ago. Whoa, what? Italy declares war upon French Commune? Oh, no way. What? I thought they were going to war with, like, Britain and stuff. Oh, no. We really need to wrap this war up quickly then. Oh my god, absolutely everything's kicked off here now. This is exactly what we wanted. So, the Soviet Union's declared war upon fascist Poland and has brought everyone in. Oh my god. The Iranian... What? What was... Oh my god. The Iranian Communist Authority? Where did that come from? Oh my god, as I thought this was sort of our darkest hour with the Italians pushing the French, the Soviet Union's come in at the last and they're going to attack them from the east. Oh my god, it's been so close. We're still the 13th of December 1941, yet still going. Just more people being brought in. We're doing well here in the north. We got Berlin under our control. The centre's slowed down, but man, oh man, this war has been bloody and costly. And 2 German subs were actually taken out here now. Let's continue with lobbying effort because we still need to get the house under our control. Nothing's going over back home in the States. And Berlin, Poland's now capitulated now. Yeah, look at this. The East is coming. The beast from the East. Stalin, the name of the boss. Berlin is currently under siege and will be adequately taken soon. And they're gone. Excellent stuff. Okay. Oh, we're pushing here now. Yeah, look at this. Germany's just going to get smashed. So, they are at war with Germany, the Italians. I'm not going to sign that. That's so weird. That... Oh! Oh, Japan has made peace. Oh, they've taken China, Japan. Oh, wow. So what have they gone and done here? They've literally made the Great East Asian Cooperation Sphere. So looking at China now, a fascist government's been put in charge. A fascist regime's been put in all these small ones. The Chinese Empire... Xinjiang. We still have that war deck against the Japanese. Maybe we need to go and liberate the Chinese from fascist rule. But it's crazy because like it's this weird sort of circle jerk thing going on here. So the Italians attacking the French while we're attacking the Germans. The Soviet Union's hitting them on the Eastern Front and Italy's coming from the south. Or something. A little bit of a nursery rhyme going on there. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Everyone's just ganging up on the Germans now because they're like, oh yeah, we want to try and get some of that juicy peace treaty, juicy territory. Oh, we can assume party leader. Take over faction, 200 political power. We can assume leader. Sure, let's do it. Because technically Canada was the leader. The United States has assumed faction leadership over the Commonwealth of Nations, as we rightly should. So the Germans are on the cusp of defeat soon. Prague is about to fall. The French are taking the centre. So we need to sort of see, probably now, as I am using a player-led peace conference, to sort of decide who gets sort of what. So Germany have lost 1.5 million now. Look at how much this is just escalated. It's just crazy. Great Britain's lost 480. British Malaya, Hungary, Phalanges, Bolivia, Venezuela. So the French have actually committed 2.2 million, which is a hell of a lot. The Dutch have lost a bit. We've lost 2. Wow, the French have lost more than me. The Aussies have done a bit. So have the Canadians and South Africa. And then the Soviet Union's only lost 220. So, yeah, it's weird how they've sort of lumped all this stuff semi, but like not all together. The Italians have lost 100k. So the way things are sort of looking now is that I'm going to get the entirety of Britain, maybe some of the East Asian, African stuff we're probably not going to have a claim to. We'll probably give the Soviet Union a small pocket here in Poland. We might even give Italy a little bit in the north. Probably not too much. But we might have to give France some territory over here in Lorraine and whatnot. But surely this must be the last of the Germans here now. Slowly but surely now. Were they Japanese forces in here? I swear I saw a Japanese flag then. I think they are. I think they've sent volunteers over. They're mostly just holding in the south here now, but for not too much longer, I would imagine. Okay, continuing on the Western Front here now. The Germans are on their last legs. It's now currently December the 4th. It's taken us a fair few years to get rid of the Germans here now, but we might get this done before Christmas in the following year. We'll just have to see. Okay, wars-wise as well, we've still got this problem down in South America. Venezuela's still dealing with German forces, and of course there was some French territory down here. We could very well puppet Venezuela. That could be something we could do. But the war is about to end soon, I would imagine. Prague stands defiant, and The Soviets are now pushing from the east into Hungary and Poland. The Italians are pushing north, but they're pushing against the French as well. The Italians are fighting a war on two fronts. Surely the Germans will capitulate now. Surely they can't hold and contend with two borders here. George Patton's been wounded, and we've got US forces and tanks pushing into Prague itself. Our forces are very sort of weak and sort of low nowadays. But due to just the amount of forces surrounding the Nazis, we're going to be able to get them here now. Come on, even the Japanese and the Chinese have sent divisions here there's Chinese troops defending Krakow. How crazy is that? The French seem to have gained ground. They have lost a bit here in southern France. And Prague still stands defiant against the United States. But we're making some ground here on the Western Front. But overall, we've done a lot of work here, especially in northern Germany. So we're going to be able to claim a lot and decide this new world. But guys, let me know in the comments, after this war with Imperial Britain and Nazi Germany, where should we go next? Should we maybe, because I realized this actually, now that we're the faction leader, we can theoretically kick Mexico, securing our border there. We could also maybe get rid of communist France, but that might join in with the Soviets. There's also the Italian peninsula here now as well. Oh, there's a bit of a German offensive going in here. We've managed to bring it back somewhat as well. We're swinging over here now with Canadian troops and some Dutch allies. Vienna and Prague we still haven't been able to take just yet. But yeah, maybe we need to go and deal with China. Maybe go deal with the Great East Asian Corporations. Can't even speak properly. Oh, what? Why is our colour changed? The Commonwealth of Nations. Oh, it has two. It's changed colour to a light blue. Oh, because we're the faction leader now. Maybe because it's like, for all intensive purposes, like a NATO sort of thing. Maybe. The Commune has Iran, though, as well. Oh, Novus Imperium. Oh, wow. Italy has managed to take control of Africa and the Suez Canal. They've thrown out the French here in Aleppo. That's crazy. Really good on them. It's gone into February now, so we're not going to be able to get this over and done before Christmas, but no matter. Prague has now been taken, and that's it. She's all over, Red Rover. World War II has ended. Well, the German and Britain World War. But that's it, guys. We've capitulated the German Reich, the Great British Empire, Hungary, Venezuela, and British Malaya. So, as I'm using a player-led peace conference, I'm able to skip ahead and give myself all the war score and evenly divide the nations out here. Okay, I think the best place is to start with Great Britain. Historically, the Americans hated the notion of colonialism and an empire, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and puppet most of the Egyptian, African, and other overseas territories, bring democracy to their systems, and liberate them from tyranny. I also feel like the Americans would liberate the entirety of Ireland, as we have a lot of ethnic Irish men fighting and dying in this war, and having them as a sort of free and independent kingdom would be a good idea if we can do it. So, let's first off start by taking the entirety of... would Scotland be liberal? Would we liberate Scotland, or is it more so Ireland? Is that sort of a thing? Is that an option to liberate? Liberate Scotland, Wales. But we'd have to keep... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we can liberate and satellite as well. Oh, I might have to think about Scotland. Hang on. Okay, well, let's start off by satelliting Ireland. Then we'll satellite Scotland. I don't think we'll satellite Wales. I think I want Wales and England for myself. So that's what we'll do. But we'll give the Scottish and ethnic Irish back their homeland and we'll sort of live in peace and harmony from there. Okay, within Africa itself, I'm more than happy to give republics to these people. So we're going to allow to have a Republic of Cyprus, same with Somalia, Ghana, Republic of British Belize, no, Sri Lanka, sure. Okay, so this is what I've gone and made the decision with. So Ireland will be free and independent. Same with Malta, Scotland, the Republic of Cyprus, Somalia, Ghana, the Maldives, the Republic of the British Antilles, Belize, Republic of Sri Lanka, Egypt, Israel, Jordan, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda. So we're going to bring democracy into essentially all of the British puppets here. Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, Maui, and most of the sort of territories over in the west of Africa and South America as well. So we'll end it on that. All there is left in Britain is British Malaya. I could give them to the Dutch, but having this territory here for myself would be so important. So I'm going to take British Malaya just due to the resources to help out the United States. So let's end that. And I guess we'll take all the rest of sort of the core territories as well. Okay, so let's deal with Germany now. So this one's going to be a little bit difficult. So what I want to do is essentially take most of the north under American control. I think that would be our best bet. I wouldn't be so inclined to maybe getting a... Because what are the options here? Because the thing is, right, because there's Austria. I'd like... So, liberate... Yeah, supervised state. So, we can satellite Switzerland. We can satellite Austria. Do I want to bring back Czechoslovakia? That's the sort of thing. Because bringing back Lithuania and Latvia, getting those Baltic states back might be a good idea. The only problem is the Italians fighting in this war. So they really could claim some of this territory on the border here, but I want to bring these countries back. We're going to screw over the Italians in this war. Peace conference, maybe that might lead them to war. But I think bringing back Lithuania, Latvia, Austria, and Switzerland is definitely a must. And then we need to take this territory for myself. But I don't think we're going to be able to bring back Poland. I think that the Soviet Union probably should take this territory here and probably take Poland for itself. So let's take the territory I want up in the north, and then we'll give the French the southern border. Okay, I think this central core territory here will go to myself. We'll give the Soviets this eastern part, and then we'll give the French this part here. They didn't even do too much in this war, like, really. They pushed the south, yeah, but they nearly lost as many men as I did taking Britain and northern Germany. So we'll take this for myself right here in the center. Oh, they're not even in my war because they're not my allies. I can't even give the French this territory, or nor the Soviets, even if I wanted to. Why is that? Because Australia, Canada, Philippines, these guys are all here. But yeah, the French aren't. Oh, that's thrown a massive spanner in the works. Oh well. I guess after all that, I get to take all this for myself. Sorry about that one, guys. I had to reload the peace conference because I accidentally gave a bunch of territory here to a faction I misclicked. Instead of giving it to myself, I gave it to like South Africa, so I had to redo the bloody peace conference all over again. I don't think there is any discrepancies, but regardless, we've still got to deal with Hungary and Venezuela. So we've got a couple of options. We could take this if we wanted to. I am tempted to maybe satellite Hungary though. So United States sets up a collaboration government in Hungary, turning it into a puppet. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Setting a democratic regime there. And same with Venezuela. Now, there's a lot of oil down there, but setting up a supervised government might be in our best interest. So, we're going to be liberating Ireland, Malta, Scotland, Cyprus, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Israel, the Kingdom of Jordan, There's a fair few sort of African countries here as well. So without further ado, we'll end it on that. The peace conference is calculating now. And we'll quickly pause. Oh, okay. It looks like they even took some of those states anyway. So the United States took 75, and all these factions were puppeted, of course. 500,000 equipment was seized. Oh, so the French Commune did get claims in this territory. And the Soviets did take over here as well. So some of the peace conferences were ignored. So the war ended on the 19th of January 1942. So we still have Congress support. Looking at our trade, it's through the roof now. My production, we've got 298 factories. And we've also got a subject limit here thing that we need to keep an eye out on this as well. So the wars that are currently going on now, we have the Soviet-Finnish War. Poland and Finland, they're in their own faction. The Soviets, Iran, Yugoslavia, and the French Commune are at war with them. We've also got the Italian-Soviet War still going on, and this one here as well. But as you can see already, Scotland has now been liberated into a democratic regime, along with Ireland as well. And as you can see, the Commonwealth of Nations has a huge sway here in Germany. We've also got control here in South America and also in Africa as well, by the look of it. But some of it has gone back to the French, by the look of it, which is interesting. But here are some of the democratic nations: Rhodesia, Belgium. Okay. What else is here? We've got like Qatar, the UAE as well. Cyprus as well, Sri Lanka here. Switzerland is no more, but we do have a democratic Austria as well. So unfortunately, guys, on that note, it's time to end episode 3 here today. It's been a hell of an episode, but let me know in the comments where you'd like me to expand and conquer next, because there are a fair few factions we can declare war upon. So where should the United States go next in 1942? Obviously, we could push south against the fascist group that is swallowed up southern Greece, Yugoslavia, and Italy. That could be a natural progression southward and sort of liberate Africa as well. We could very well go and liberate the French here, kick out communism, bring democracy back, but in doing so we'd bring in the Soviet Union and the Comintern, which is easier said than done. Or maybe we need to go after our enemies in the east here. We still haven't got vengeance and justice for the men and women that died in the sinking of USS Panay, so maybe dealing with the Japanese in the east and liberating the Chinese might be an idea. So there's sort of the three faction wars I'm sort of planning. Let me know if you sort of like anyone in particular going into Italy and southern Greece, maybe pushing against the Japanese or potentially the communists. But thank you very much for watching this United States campaign. I plan to do more of it. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.